Hello and welcome to Hull Train's new podcast, Moving Minds. My name is Gemma, Hull and proud. I am an actress, if you didn't know, and you might have seen me on the telly box in Emmerdale, Coronation Street, Holby City, or you might have heard my dulcet, lovely tones on BBC Radio Humberside and BBC Radio York. Therefore, being a radio presenter, you can imagine I love a good natter. Now, this podcast is all about having conversations on the move, being open, talking about our mental health and all that's in between. I have just jumped on at Selby and I have got an amazing guest coming up for you now. It is the one and only, the Dogfather, Graeme Hall. Yes, the man who presents Dogs Behaving Badly. He is a podcaster, he is a novelist, TV presenter, and of course, dog therapist. So get yourself a brew, get your earphones in, and come and have a listen. Well, the legend, I gave you a nice little introduction. I was like, the legend, the Dogfather.
Is that right?
That is Graeme Hall is with us now, and I am so excited. Woo!
Thank you very much. Hello. Thank you.
Welcome aboard.
Well, it's nice to be here.
I mean, I was going to say the sun's out for you, but it's not.
It almost is.
It almost is.
Yeah.
Let's look on the bright side. There is a little bit of blue sky.
Yeah.
And also, I don't need to ask you if you need translations or subtitles because
That's all cool.
you went to Hull
I
University.
did. Well, I'm a Selby lad.
Right.
And
we've jumped on at Selby.
I've just gone on a train at Selby.
Yes.
That's the first time I've got on a train at Selby since I was 18. I've just worked it out, and that's a very long time ago. Don't ask. Yeah. So this is me on my way to Hull, right? I haven't been to Hull for years, to be honest.
Really?
Well, the thing with Hull is I love Hull, but
Yeah.
you never pass through, do you?
No.
Unless you're off to Rotterdam or somewhere.
Yes, that is very true.
So when you said, "Yeah, come and do a podcast with me on Hull trains," I'm like, "Well, we're on a winner, aren't we?"
Do you know what? I'm so pleased that you've managed to squeeze us in as well, because you are a busy man. Because you're currently... Are you allowed to say what you're currently filming?
Yeah, Dogs Behaving Very Badly.
Yeah.
I've just finished, actually, luckily.
Yeah.
Dogs Behaving Badly, Series 8. Yeah, it's on Channel 5 at the minute.
But that's what I mean. You're already... So Series 7 is on now?
No, Series 8's already on now. The start of the series is on now.
Oh my God.
And we've just finished filming the end of it. Yeah, I know.
So your TX
Mind-boggling.
dates for anybody listening is when
Yes.
it airs. So your
Transmission.
TX dates are so close to filming?
Yes.
That's
We
crazy.
literally were the last night. The 4th episode went out, right? And I've just finished filming something that I think will go into the last one, which is 16. Big series. Yeah.
I mean, does this all sometimes feel a little bit like a dream? Like take me back to when this first sort of like happened, because I know the story, but it is a bit crazy.
Well, I grew up in Selby,
Yeah.
little market town, as we know, right? Went to school in Leeds, and we're arriving at Howden.
No, we are really.
You know when we're Howden, right? Always reminds me of the Yorkshire phrase "how do." I'll tell you a story. When I was about 16, 17, it was at the Conservative Club in Selby. We only went there because it's a snooker hall.
Yeah.
So me and my mates, we're watching this snooker game. We're about to have a little go, and this old boy, I thought he was really old. He's probably younger than I am now, right? He came round the corner of a table, and he's on his way to the loo. And as he came round the corner, he how shall I say? He passed wind in a very loud way, and it was very obvious. But to try and cover his embarrassment, he went, "How do?" I don't know how we kept a straight face. So for the rest of that summer, me and my mates, any chance we would go, "How do?" And then we just all fall about laughing. So every time I see Howden as I go down the M62 or I'm on a train or whatever, "How do?" it just comes back to me. There you go. We're now arriving at How do.
How do?
How do, Howden.
That's right. It smells funny on it. How do?
How do, Howden.
Sorry, take me back to Selby.
I got a bit distracted there.
Yeah, you did.
So I went to school in Leeds, and then left and decided to do Spanish in Hull, right? Well, Hispanic studies actually.
Okay.
Right? So I can speak Spanish still. I'm quite fluent in Spanish. Hidden
Really?
talents, you know. Oh yes, I can order beer and everything. So so you're trying to think of something in Spanish now, aren't you?
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, gracias.
Ah, yes.
Muy bien.
Woo! I know. De nada.
Another, yes.
I feel like this is going to be a crazy episode because I don't think
This
we
could go.
either know
It
where
could
we're
go
going.
anywhere. Talking to me.
Crack
So
on.
anyway, so went to Hull. So 2 years in Hull, then a year abroad in Spain, then came back to Hull.
Okay.
This was the late 80s.
Yeah.
I'm being kind to myself. It
Yeah.
was more like the mid 80s, if I'm honest.
Right. When I was just being born.
Well, I googled you to get a bit more info on you, and you were born in was it the 8th of May? Your birthday, is it?
Yes.
There you go. So I know don't look at me like I'm a weird creep.
No, I love that.
So 8th of May, 1984.
Yes.
And I was in Hull, right? I was a student when you were being born, right?
Oh my
so
God.
I know, how old do I feel? Anyway, so that was that. Left Hull, went to work for Weetabix Limited in Northamptonshire.
As you do.
And I still live there now, actually.
What, in Weetabix or?
No, I don't live in Weetabix. I do have a bit for me brekkie now and again. And some of Yorkshiremen abroad, you know. And people in Selby don't really know that I grew up in Selby, you know. So that's the whole connection. So 3 marvellous years there. I love the city. I love the people. Every time I hear a Hull accent, I'm like, oh yeah.
No.
No. A guy knocked on my door once. This is in Northampton, right?
Yeah.
And he was a milkman, right? And he was touting for business, you know. So would you sign up for a round? Knock, knock, knock. And he said about 2 sentences, and I went, "You're from Hull."
Yeah.
Right? Now, bear in mind, we're 150 miles away.
Yeah.
And he said, and I quote, "How'd you know?" You talk like that. So every time I hear a Hull accent, I'm like, oh, I'm home.
That's how I won you over and got you on this podcast.
Well, it was basically, you mentioned the magic word, Hull.
I did. Because we've been talking about trying to get it commissioned for you to come to Hull and do an episode of Dogs Behaving Badly.
Yeah. It's amazing that we've never done a story. So we're just coming up to the 100th episode, which is going to go out in February.
That's crazy.
And there's 3 stories in every episode.
Yeah.
So go figure, over 300 stories, right?
Yeah.
We've been to Scotland multiple times, Wales. I've just come back from Northern Ireland. Never been to Hull. Never been to Hull.
You need to come and help me out with Ruby, my 8.5-year-old schnoodle.
She's got to be bad enough,
You need
know.
there's stuff. Well, let's get to the baddest. And I apologise now, Chris, my brother. I love you so much. But George, the 6-month-old, well, we think he was a cockapoo, but he's not.
Right.
He's a cocker spaniel.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been sold a dummy, basically.
Yes.
And
No
he is
poo in there at
he
all.
is no poo at all. No, I'll do at all.
No.
No.
Yes.
And he needs sorting out. And then we've got
how do's is gas.
How do's
How do-do's is poo. Hey, what?
There's no how do in our George.
No, right. Sorry, I distracted you. Go on.
How do. Go do. Anyway,
yes.
sorry.
There you go.
But yes, we need you to sort him out.
Right.
And Willow, because she barks at anything that moves. So
Yes.
you've got your 3.
There you go.
You've got your 3 stories.
See, only in Hull would a dog be called Willow.
Willow.
See, I love a whole accent. And if you're listening, don't take offence, because I mean it in a nice way. I love it. I used to do a little bit of dancing, right, as a hobby.
No, you didn't.
Like you did, yeah.
Hang on a minute.
Like ballroom.
Spanish, dancing.
Oh, aye. A man of many talents, you know.
How do.
I taught rubbish fluently as well. And there was a lass from Hull. This also is down south. And there was a lass from Hull, and then one night it snowed, right? So there was this conversation between me and her on WhatsApp. It was like a group WhatsApp, yeah? Everybody's going, is the class cancelled tonight? Well, and it's that conversation where people go, yeah, it's a bit snowy, it's not too bad here, it's all this. So me and her were like, we were writing it as you speak in Hull.
Yeah.
So she's like, there's no, N-E-R, snur, S-N-E-R, right,
Yeah.
on the road.
Yeah.
I think there was an extra R in the middle, you know.
Yeah.
Here, and I'm like, we've got a bit of, and this whole thing went between us, and we were just having a laugh. Anyway, the class wasn't cancelled, so we got there. So my dance partner said, what was that language you and what's her name were speaking? But it was English.
It was English, it was all.
And then I read it to her, and in fact, no, I made her read it out, which was funny, because then you've got a southerner talking in a sort of Hull accent.
No, the snow on road.
Yeah.
Do you know?
There you go.
Do you know the snow on road?
Do you know?
Shall we get back to dogs?
Shall we?
Yeah.
Can I just say before we do?
Of course you can.
Hull Trains.
Before you do.
Great name.
How do.
Right? Only in Yorkshire, right, would a company go, right, we're in Hull, right? We're based in Hull.
Yeah.
And we do trains.
Yeah.
What are we going to call it? Down south, they'd have some big fancy marketing name. I don't know, Divolo East Coast or some nonsense, right?
Yeah.
Here they've gone, I know, I've had a genius idea. What is it, Bill? Hull Trains. Great.
Simple.
See, we've got a bank. We're in Yorkshire Bank. Building Society, Yorkshire Building Society.
Exactly.
Right?
No messing about.
Right? Taylors of Harrogate, we need a new name for a new tea, right? It's great. It's from Yorkshire. It's tea. What are we going to call it?
Yorkshire tea.
Yorkshire tea.
See?
Hull trains.
No faffing.
Genius.
But you'll never forget it, will you?
No, you know where it goes to and from, don't you?
Exactly.
There you go. They don't call it Howden trains, do they?
No. Exactly.
Because I'd giggle every time I heard
because you
it.
couldn't, because you wouldn't be able to keep a straight face
Yeah.
about the how do and the how do.
Do you know what's bad about this?
What?
I haven't got a Bruff joke. We're coming up to Bruff in a minute, and I can't think of anything funny to say about Bruff.
Well, you don't have to.
No, all right.
You don't have to be funny all the time.
No, shall we talk about dogs?
Well, what I was going to say was, so we've bonded over
You've
our...
lost control of it, haven't you?
I've lost complete control, and I am so here for it. Do you know what? Part of me was like, let's crack open the jelly beans, let's get a wine, but we're going to do that after. Should we have some jelly beans?
I love a jelly bean. A whole train's jelly
Whole
bean.
Which
Which ones do you like the best?
I think I like the black ones.
Yeah,
No, they're not black,
they're
they're
like
purple.
blackberry or whatever they are.
Oh, I don't know what that one
Purple.
Purple.
So there's only two places in Britain.
I keep doing that. Speaking with my mouth open.
Scouse and Hull, right? What's that garment that you wear on your top? It's a shirt.
Yeah.
It's a shirt in Hull and it's a shirt in Liverpool.
Really?
Yeah, purple. It's purple in Hull, purple in Liverpool.
How do you discover this? How do you know these things?
I don't know, I just thought of it one day. And I think of this as well. I've got a theory.
Can you rhyme anything with purple?
No. It's hard to rhyme with orange as well.
Exactly.
Ah, you see.
Yeah.
I've read your mind.
Yeah.
But think of this. If you left Hull on a road and you went straight, let's say the M62, right? By the time you get to the aforementioned Howden, it's a shirt. In Selby, it's a shirt. Leeds, it's a shirt. Manchester, it's a shirt.
Yeah.
Deepest, darkest Lancashire, it's a shirt, right?
A shirt.
And then you get to Liverpool, and it's a shirt again.
Shirt.
Like Hull.
Calm down. Shirt.
Shirt.
No, it's a bit more.
It's a bit of a sound
It's a
at
bit.
the end.
It's a bit more.
But I'm thinking it was probably the mariners, the seafarers. They were going. What's connecting Hull and Liverpool back in the day? Ships. Maybe that's how the accent got a bit similar.
Did you? You're very intelligent. Your mind goes at 120 miles an hour, but not with like rubbish stuff like I'd come out with. Like
Some would differ.
Like no, but genuinely like intelligent stuff.
It's a thought though, isn't it?
Does your brain ever switch off?
Not very much, no.
Right.
Although when I go to sleep, I do go to sleep. I'm like, boom, my head hits the pillow, I've gone.
Oh, I envy you for that. I'm a really bad sleeper.
Is it? Are
Yeah.
you?
Have you got a good pillow?
Yeah, I have
Pillow.
actually.
I'm
Pillow.
real self-conscious of like everything I say now. Have you got a good pillow? No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No.
Dogs.
Dogs.
I'm determined to talk about dogs.
Determined.
And I'm determined to talk about mental health because this is what the podcast is about.
Oh right.
Graeme Hall.
Yes, let's talk about that.
No, but actually,
But we're having a giggle, which is good.
Well, that's good for our mental health.
Correct.
And we're having a good natter.
They are.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we are.
There's nothing like a conversation with people for helping your mental health.
So tell me about how you went from Spanish to dogs.
Right. So,
Do I want to know this?
well, this bit's quite easy. So, I got a job working for. I'm talking a bit funny because I'm sucking on a jelly bean at the same time. Very unprofessional.
I'm going to help. Ease.
So I was working for Weetabix for 21 years.
21.
I know.
Wow.
And man and boy, and I was in the factory, so running the factories towards the end of it, quite senior. Jumped out with a package, and I was going to be a management consultant.
Yeah.
But I'd got these two Rottweilers at the time, and big dogs, right? And back in the day, this was the sort of the 2000s, about 2006 thereabouts.
Mm-hmm.
They were the devil dog in the media. You know, anytime there was an attack, there was a picture of a Rottweiler, whether it was or not. It was very unfair. But I thought, right, these two have got to be immaculate. They've got to be really well behaved, so they don't give anybody any reason to be afraid. You know.
Yeah.
So I really went into training, and this probably won't surprise you. I'm one of those people who's like, if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing. Well, so I really went into it, and then I took 3 months off when I'd finished at Weetabix. I thought, right, money's in the bank. I'm not on a matter. It was summertime.
Yeah.
So I was going to the dog training place all the time, and the guy who was the head trainer, he said, "Why don't you be a dog trainer?"
Wow.
And I'm like, "Why? Why are you thinking that then, Travis?" And he went, "Because you're good with people." I went, "Oh, now that I didn't see coming."
No.
I went, "What about dogs?" He went, "Yeah, you're all right with dogs." That's handy, isn't it? But and what he said next literally changed the course of my life. It sounds very melodramatic, but it's
not
true.
At all.
He said, "You can only fix the dogs through their people." And I thought, oh, yeah, you've got a point there. So,
Wow.
and when you see it now on the telly, dogs behaving badly, that's mainly it's the people, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Yeah.
So it's very much a case of, I heard what he said, and I thought, and I was driving an old diesel Land Rover at the time, and this was in Birmingham, and I on the way home to Northampton. Well, let's put it this way: if you drive a diesel Land Rover, you got a lot of time to think about things.
Right.
So I trundled down lane 1. By the time I got home, I'm like, yeah, I could
Why
do
not?
that, because I'm a bit like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll do this. Seemed like a good idea. So I looked at a couple of websites, and I thought, yeah, they're very sort of stodgy. There's no humour there at all.
Yeah.
You know, and a bit of ego with some of them
Yeah.
is the impression you got.
Yeah.
And I thought, I think I could do a better job, really, you know. But I thought, well, I'll give it a year. If it works, it works.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, well, I'll go back to plan A. So, and the rest, as they say, history.
I mean,
So, yeah.
that is incredible. Like, but also, like, what's it been like for you? Because I guess I'm quite similar in a way that I mean, you know a little bit about my background, and
I do.
I had an eating disorder for 13 years, and then got into drama school 2 years after my last ever therapy session, and then
yeah.
3 years later I was on Emmerdale.
Yeah,
So I've gone from like just trying to get by and then to being in the spotlight.
Yeah.
How have you dealt with that? 'Cause
It's interesting, actually. I was watching a Parky interview, another Yorkshireman, from back in the day with Eric Morecambe and Wise, right?
Yeah.
And Parky asked Eric Morecambe, you know, how do you, a similar question really, how do you cope with it? And Eric Morecambe was just really honest. He went, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I like people. People are nice.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
always say nice things. You know, I thought, yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
And I was walking through Brighton once with the TV crew. We're on our way to grab a bite to eat. We'd finished for the day. And a couple came up. They were from Sweden, of all places, right? So they were like, oh, yeah, we watch you on the television in Sweden. And I'm like, wow, right? What's the chances?
Yeah.
We love your work. And I'm like, what other job, right, do you walk down the street and people come up and say they love what you do?
Yeah, it's
How
nice.
lucky are we, you know?
That's so interesting, because I was talking to one of the crew earlier about that, actually, about how it's so nice. It's not the fame and it's definitely not the fortune.
No, that's for sure, isn't it?
That I've loved about my career so far. It's being able to impact different people and have conversations with people that I wouldn't normally have conversations with.
Yeah, that's right.
And I just think what a gift to be able to make somebody's day by
Exactly
having
that.
a picture or to spark a conversation because of a certain storyline, or like for yourself to like that woman who, when you just came on board then and she was like, oh, I wish I had my doggy.
Yeah.
Like, to be able to have that, I just think it's
great. You are right. That's exactly how I think of it. It's like, if you can make somebody's day by just being yourself, well, what a gift that is, you know.
It's lovely.
And it's quite funny, isn't it? Right.
What?
So I stopped at the Tesco petrol station in Brayton near Selby on the way here, right? And I popped in, and I was getting a couple of sarnies, one for me and one for my mum, you know, because there's no expense spared with me. Tesco sarnie, there you go, mum. So and the Galaxy was on offer, so she wasn't having milk tray. She's
Got Galaxy.
Galaxy, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good like that. And this lady said, excuse me, she said, you the lady at the counter, she said, you look like that fella off the telly. And I went, well, there's a reason for that. And she went, it is, isn't it? It's you, isn't it? The dog bloke. I went, that's me, yeah. And then she thought a bit more, and she went, and this is always lovely when they know your name. She went, Graeme, innit? And I went, yeah. She went, what the hell are you doing here? And I'm like, this is where I've come from. Born and bred in Selby. She went, really? I never knew. But she said, that's great, you know. And you just know, sometimes people literally say it, you've made my day or made me week or whatever. And you just think, well, there you go. Isn't that a nice thing?
I'll never forget when I'd gone home for Christmas. I was in Emmerdale at the time, and I'd gone home for Christmas, and we'd gone in my local, me and my two best mates from school. And the barman was like, he said, I recognise you.
Oh, yeah.
And I went,
Where do I know you from?
I don't know, because it's like that thing of like you're not sure what
Well,
to
you
say.
don't want to go, I think you'll find I'm from the television, because you look like a plonker, won't you?
Yeah, so I kind of like went, well, I'm on Emmerdale at the moment, and he went,
Brilliant.
nah, don't watch it. He went, I know. He said, you pinned me up last week singing Christmas songs when you were drunk.
I had a similar one. I was on a tube train in London, and I know you've lived in London. You know, nobody looks at each other, let alone speaks, do they? Unless they're a northerner, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sat in one of those seats where you're opposite somebody else, and this lady says, she was from deepest, darkest Lancashire. It's like, I've got to remember how to do this accent without pinching my nose. Oh, it's like that, isn't it? No, it's all like that. It's like
Right nasal.
Right nasal.
Yeah.
She's like, don't I know you from somewhere? And I'm like, oh, you know, you're right, you know, because you don't want to go, it's me off the telly, do you? And she went, no, I know you from somewhere. I can't think where it is, darling. Oh, you're the bloke from Lytham St Anne's Council.
I've had that look.
So there you go. So apparently there's a fella in Lytham St Anne's who looks
sure
like
I used to work with you when I was like,
That's it.
oh, I never worked there.
But,
I waced one
you know-
recently.
Oh, go on.
No, on holiday last year. Oh, it was so weird. This woman pulled me over. It was an all-inclusive, so they'd been at it all day.
Aye.
And she pulled me over and she went, come here. And then you sort of like, oh God, I can't not now.
No, you've had
And
it.
she went, you're on telly, aren't you? And I went, well, yeah.
Well, you do look very glamorous. So, I mean, even if you weren't, you could be.
Oh, I love you.
Well, it's
for
true, isn't
that.
it?
Thank you, darling. And she was like, yeah, I'll tell you. And then she went, yeah, Ariel over there. She's a big fan apparently. And I went, oh, that's really nice. She went, oh yeah, watched Emmerdale, loved you in Emmerdale. The guy next to her went, never watched it. It's crap, rubbish.
Yeah.
Then somebody else went, oh no, but she's from Coronation Street too. And this other person went, never watched it. It's rubbish. And I was just stood there, like,
It's like determined to be unimpressed, aren't they? Yeah.
But it did get me thinking, like, how do you ever get that where there is this really good side, this lovely side to it, and you get to sort of like give back and make a difference in certain ways as well? Because like I've always been told, like, if you don't use your profile for good, that there's no point in this
I think
crazy
that's right.
industry. But then there's the other side to it, like where you are putting your head up the parapet and you are going to get shot sometimes. How do you deal with the not so nice
Do you
stuff?
know what? It's obviously I'm not an actor, although
Well, excuse me,
I
all
did
creatures
do.
great and small.
Yeah, indeed, yes. So not one, but 2.5 lines.
There you go.
What I delivered. I'm a thespian,
There
darling.
you go, darling. It's
I've
on your IMDb now.
I've started. I don't even know what it is. I've started calling people lovely and everything. Anyway, no. So essentially, until I did that, I'd only ever played myself. But what I was going to say was, they always say about actors never read the reviews, don't read the critics, right? And I think the modern version of that is don't look at the social media.
Yeah,
so
you're so right.
I've got a lady who looks after it for me.
Yeah.
Also, because I couldn't be trusted to post a damn thing if it was
Yeah.
left to me, right?
Yeah.
So she keeps nudging me, you know, and so I don't really look at it. If there's something I need to know about, there's a big problem. We need to say something.
Yeah.
Then tell me about it. Otherwise, I'm just not going to go looking.
But that's really good advice, and I think I say it to a lot of people and to myself. Like, have a break of social media every now and again, because it is so important for your mental health.
Also, if you're listening and you're bothered by stuff that you read on social media and you've had trolls and that, get this: Mary Berry has trolls. How can you troll Mary Berry?
Yeah.
I mean, that's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
So it's their problem, not yours. That's what you got to remember.
And I mean, linking it back to dogs then as well, like my Ruby, whenever I get anything like that, especially over the last 8.5 years that I've had her, I literally just look at her and I just forget all of it. Like the power of dogs. Talk to me about dogs and how they impact our mental health and well-being, and any stories that you've seen or that you've been through.
Yeah, I mean, I talk to so many people who've got a problem with the dog, and a lot fall into this category, which is I went through a bit of a dark time for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Got a dog, and great. I had to get up in the morning, had to get out, because a bit of fresh air, even if the weather's not so good, it's good for you, you know.
Yeah.
And you've got to when you've got a dog. You don't really have the option of going, not today.
Yes.
And then today becomes another day, right? Mm-hmm. So that routine helps people a lot. And of course, often if I'm there and we're filming, it's because that's now gone wrong, and then they can't get out with the dog because maybe the dog's dog reactive or something like that. But that's very much a thing.
Yeah.
That having responsibility for another living thing.
Yeah.
You know, and they really rely on you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and you've got to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not to put too fine a point, I've had people who say, I literally would not be here now
Same.
if it wasn't for the dog. But
Yeah.
I had to keep going.
Yeah, yeah. I've got a couple of friends who have been in that situation where it's come to that point, but yet they've seen the dog or the dog's come in and
What's going to happen to you if I go?
yeah, exactly that. I mean, we talked when we was talking on BBC Radio York. I was telling you sort of off air about the impact that Ruby has had on me. So we got Ruby, me and an ex of mine, and I left him, and I did that with the love of Ruby, and we surfaced, and the only thing though that went awry, and this is me and not Ruby, is that she got so used to being with me that I never can leave her on her own.
Yeah. So you've got a separation anxiety problem now, haven't you?
But then Mum and Dad would always say to me, you realise that this is more on you than it is on...
Well, that's right, isn't it?
To be discovered and sorted, hopefully.
But do you know what? Nobody's perfect. And no dog's perfect.
No.
I mean, I wrote a book about puppies. I think I got the title wrong because nobody buys it. Well, my mum did. No, she didn't. I gave her a free copy. What am I saying? And it's called The Perfectly Imperfect Puppy. And where I was going with that is everybody pressures you to have this perfect puppy. And I think there's a lot of things like this in life, right?
Yeah.
Where, especially when you look at social media, you get that, oh, their life seems so much better than mine, right?
Yeah.
And it's like you get a puppy and your friends go, well, ours were toilet trained in 3 weeks. Oh, ours did this, ours is that. And then you go online and you see all these, they usually are, right?
She was a nightmare.
And the whole point was the perfect puppy and the perfect human hasn't been born yet. Yeah, so, but you know, you can make this perfectly imperfect for you. Yeah, if you see what I mean. That was the idea behind the title, but nobody really gets it. Oh, I've just seen the Humber Bridge in the background.
Yes. We're going to be arriving in Hull in a moment, and I've got to give you my quick fire questions. Right. Train etiquette. Okay. Number 1. Feet on seats or not?
No, obviously not.
No, okay. I knew you'd say that. You're such a gentleman. Sharing sweets with a stranger or not?
Well, it depends whether they look friendly or not, doesn't it?
They might end up taking the full bag.
Well, you know, it's all right, isn't it? If they're all right.
What about if it's a case-by-case basis?
I would say case by
case.
Some people you look at and you think you don't need talking to, do you? And I'm a bit afraid what might happen if I did.
Noted. Right, would you bring on smelly food on a train or not?
Oh, you see, you never know what other people think is smelly, do you? So I had a burger last week on a train from London.
Did you get any looks?
Not really.
Okay. But probably because your nose was too busy.
I scoffed it very quickly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right.
I've been to a film premiere. I've never been to one of them in my life.
What?
Man from Selby got invited to a film premiere. H for Hawk, very good. Go see it. Next question.
What was it?
H for Hawk. H for Hawk.
Do you know what I thought you said then? H for Hull.
Well,
where have I been sleeping? That'd be good. And the last question is...
Here we go.
I've forgotten it already.
Oh no.
Right, no. Somebody's playing music really loud. Do you ask them to turn it down or not? Or do you mind?
Depends whether or not I like the music, doesn't it?
Clever.
See?
Graeme.
So, I mean, to heck with everybody else in the carriage. If I like it, well, crack on, mate.
You have been an absolute delight, man.
Rap music, I probably have to go, mate, give us just...
What, even Kendrick?
You know.
I don't even know who that is. I watched the Super Bowl recently.
It's all right with you. You're down with the kids.
But I mean, not.
You're younger than me.
I'm 41.
Oh,
you got a clue.
Still younger than me.
Do you know what's scary now, though? Is
Not
all the old bands are coming back, and all my nieces and nephews are saying, "Oh my God, have you heard of Queen? Have you heard of ABBA?" And I'm like, Jesus.
Have you heard of?
I know. Graeme, cheers to us.
Cheers, my dear.
We're going to get off the train and go for a wine, aren't we?
I think we are, aren't we?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Job's good.